The Orca Defiant, and last I left off, I am still continuing on with decals. On the bottom, I got most of them done. I got to go back in and trim a few areas and put some more solution down to get it to fit. And then, of course, I got to add a couple more decals and then do a sealer on them, get them all sealed off. Started on the top, basically doing the back and working my way up front. Not too bad. I'm going to leave a couple decals off because I think they're insignificant and I think the paint looks better than the decal. But anyway, I only have one complaint with the decal sheet. And they're not too thick, not too thin, but some of them, especially like the ones right here around the bridge, they really need to be cut in a couple places, basically two decals, trying to do in one piece, and that's me. I'm going to have to go back in with a knife and slit it and take more solution and massage it in. But there's just a couple decals like that. Otherwise, they fit great, and they're just really easy to work with. But anyway, I got a couple more to do, and I'll be done with the bigger decals, and then I can go on to the pennants and the Orca name and all that good stuff. Anyway, trying to get that done. I'm going to try to get a couple more on this morning. I want to let it dry because I got decals that go on the side here, and I'm going to have to put it on Mr. Stand there so I can elevate it and do the wraparound on it. But anyway, I think it's looking pretty darn slick the way it is right now. But anyway, one thing I got to fix, and I thought I did glue the I call them the warp core things here. It actually fell down. The only thing holding it up is the wires, which I got to figure out how to get that back up. Because I got to get the liquid mask off. That's the only thing that popped off, and I really can't break it apart because I just can't. I'll screw it up if I do. But anyway, I got to figure that out. But anyway, we'll jump that bridge once we get there. But anyway, decal duty is continuing on with the Orca Defiant. The little, what do I call it? The little rocket mouse. And I basically, it took me about 40 minutes to cut out 120 individual tracks. You got three different sizes. You got 1, 2, 3. But most importantly, I had to build a temporary track jig, and this is just cardboard and tape. I cut out just enough for the just to keep it straight. And I always I like to make a jig. It keeps them somewhat straight. This is a tackum kit. You really don't need I mean, the tracks fit. You really don't need a jig. It keeps them straight. But anyway, this keeps it where it's beveled. And then once I put the track in, I won't lose individual track links. I may drop one, but at least it'll when you get them assembled, it's already on the jig here, and you can keep keep rocking and rolling. But anyway, I started on the track, and I had basically took a day off. I got to cut another 3 sprues, which that's another 40 minutes of cutting, and I got to do that. And I think that will be enough for the bottom on either side. I think basically you get 2 sprues, and if you cut them all out, it's basically 6. So I think 1 each. I think we'll do the one bottom of the trap. Anyway, I'm getting ready to start that. I'm going to try to start that. I'm going to try to cut them tomorrow, and then probably start doing it, or I'll start making the track, and then I will start cutting the more track duty. But anyway, that's about the only boring part. That and road wheels. I mean, it's just monotonous. But track's a little bit different anyway, because I gotta get most of it done, and then start gluing it, and then get it on the tank, and then actually get the fold over the wheels, and then get enough to where you can't see the rest. But anyway, that's where I am on that. So a little cheap jig, if you ever need, works for me. You don't have to go spend a whole lot of money on a track jig anyway, because the next tank you ever do, the track will be that big, or maybe that big. Anyway, just kind of a versatile thing you can do. But anyway, that's what I've got going on today. Getting ready to start the track on the little rocket mouse, and the Orca Defiant is still getting its decals. So that's what I got going on today. So stay tuned for the next exciting episode